Hello YouTube, it's your boy the Crazy Trader. I'm here again with your favorite stock review. What are we going to look at today? You can see my account is still playing around. $58 today. Even though it's Sunday, my crypto is playing, is working for me. My crypto made me $58 just by sitting at home and watching TV. So like I said, I was going to talk about 5 REIT stocks that I believe every millennial or Gen Z should have. Okay, so looking at the 5 REIT stocks that I spoke about, they were MITT, NYMT, TWO, MFA, and IVR. MFA and IVR, I've spoken a lot about them. So if you want any information or any educational videos that's on MFA and IVR, I have a lot of videos on my platform that I've spoken about them day in and day out. Okay, so you can go and look for them and have all the information that you want. But because I included them in the 5, I don't want to do another video about them because it's going to be boring, because I've done videos on MFA and IVR over and over again. So I'm going to take them out and put 2 different REIT stocks that I believe are also very good that you can have in your portfolio if you don't have them, or if you don't have MFA and IVR in your portfolio currently. What's the first stock that I'm going to talk about? First stock is MITT. AG Mortgage Investment Trust. I think I've spoken about this before a long time ago. I don't remember, but if I have, then yeah, I'm going to talk about it again because I believe it's a great stock. So let's go into it. These people they've had their fair share of decline. Okay, the pandemic beat them really hard. Right now, let's see what they are doing. 7% in the past week. 1 month ago, 2%. 3 months ago, it's been down 19.97%. That's 20%. 1 year, it's up 33%. But this is what I want you to look. Look at what happened. This guy has been trading from 50, 52, $50 all the way 50, 40, 49, high 40s, 50s, all the way to the time the pandemic hit. Look at how sad this is. From the time the pandemic hit in March. Right in March, okay, when the pandemic hit, right in March, it was selling at $45. And then when the pandemic hit in March, this guy dropped all the way to $44.89. That's about 89%. Let's say 90% if you round it out, 90% decline, which is really sad. This is what the pandemic did to a lot of stocks in the market, and most of these stocks, especially when it comes to REITs, they've not recovered from this, because some of these REITs are very slow to recover, very super slow to recover. But what I believe is eventually they will all recover. Okay, even if it doesn't go to $50 or $45, I believe this stock is a easy $25 stock that is being sold at a discount right now at $10.90. Easy $25 being sold at $10.90. So not to bore you with all this assumptions, let's go to numbers. The market cap for this is 176 million, which is decent. Dividend yield, this dividend yield is wrong. 4.4 is wrong. 4.4 is not the right dividend yield for it. I don't have any shares on this stock. I have nothing when it comes to, because I already have a lot of REITs, so I don't want to invest in this too. But I personally believe it's a good stock to look at. So let's go look at a few numbers. We're going to Yahoo Finance and see how this stock is faring. This is basic. Okay, so these are some basic news that I want you to see. This is 11 days ago. AG Mortgage Investment Trust announces 3rd quarter 2021 common dividend of 21 cents per share. So they are paying right now for every share, they are paying 21 cents per share, which leads up to 84 cents per year. Okay, for every share, 84 pence. That's almost $1. That's 16 cents short of $1, but that's almost $1 on every share that you have. That's almost 10%. Okay, almost 10%. So that's a good investment right there. If you have 100,000 and it's even giving you 8%. Okay, 8% of that 100,000 at the end of the year, that's 8,000 at the end of the year. This is dormant money. This is money that is sitting down and making money for you. And the stock can easily go up, which makes you more money. It can go down, but it doesn't cost you much, because you are still paying. They are still paying you. Even if it goes down, they are still paying you the dividends. Unless they reduce the dividends, you are not running at a loss. Or unless you sell the stock at a loss, you're not running at any loss. Okay, so what is also one fascinating thing that you have to look at is these people have already reduced the number of shares that were on the market, because they had a reverse split. They have a reverse stock. This is right here on the top of your screens. You can see AG Mortgage Investment Trust completes reverse stock split. So every 3 stocks, you were given one. I want to show you how they reduce, how much they reduce from the market, because it was in this article that I want to show you right here. On this paragraph that you're seeing right on your screen, after the close of business on July 22nd, 2021, the effective time of the reverse stock split, every 3 issued and outstanding shares of the company's common stock were converted into 1 share of the company's common stock. So every 3 stocks that you had at that time, as of July 2022, every 3 stocks were converted into 1. As a result of this reverse stock split, the number of outstanding shares of the company's common stock was reduced from 48.5 million to approximately 16 million. So they've reduced the shares that are available on the market already. This makes for great news because the shares have already been reduced. So there's not much shares to be bought on the market. The more the shares, the more the dilution. So this is less shares. They can dilute it anytime they want, but as of now, they are still holding strong, and I like it. And then at the price of $10, or let's say $11, with a dividend of 21 cents per share, that is great. Okay, that is super great, and I love it. Let's go to their dividend history. What's their dividend history? The dividend yield is 8.15%, like I said earlier, 8.15%. This is great dividends. Annual dividend of 84 cents per year. Okay, per every share, you're getting 84 cents every year. So it makes sense for 10.90 and 84 cents. It's reasonable. And these people were paying, before the pandemic hit, these people were paying 45 cents. They paid 50 cents back to back, and then 45 cents back to back in dividends. And then the pandemic hit, and they froze their dividends, and then they came out with 3 cents per share, which is really sad, if you can see. And then they came up to 6 cents per share, and then they are up to 21 cents. I believe the 21 cents is coming from the reverse split that they did. So 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, so they just added 3 cents to it, which makes sense. That's a dividend increase. If you add 1 cent to a dividend, if next quarter they make it 22 cents, that's a dividend increase. I love that. That means the company is doing something well. Let's go look at the institutional holders of this stock. It's one of the other factors that we look at when we are looking at the basics of a stock. So let's go. Which institutions are holding it? What percentage are they holding? Why are they holding the stock? Let's see. The institutional ownership is 32%, 32.65. You know, our sweet spot is always anything 50 plus 1. Anything above 50% is a sweet spot. 32%, it's not something that I really fancy. But look at this. The reason why I believe it's 32% is because of the reverse stock split that also happened. And now with the dividends that they are able to maintain, I believe there's going to be more buyouts in the coming quarter. Okay, in the coming quarter is going to report more buyouts, and the coming quarter is going to see more positive results from this stock. Let's look. You know, you always have your usual culprits. Vanguard at the top of the group with 706,000 shares, and then I'm surprised I don't see BlackRock as second. Okay, so I look at BlackRock. BlackRock is also here. They sold some shares in the last quarter. They sold 36,000 shares in the last quarter, which is okay. A lot of people bought. If you see D.E. Shawn, they bought 179,000 shares in the last quarter. Morgan Stanley bought 106,000 shares in the last quarter. So people are also buying. Two Sigma Investments bought 295,000 shares in the last quarter. This is the last quarter. This is an updated version, if you can see. You can see June 30th. This is June 30th. This is an update. So this in the last quarter. In the next quarter, we're going to see what happens, whether people are going to be buying or people are going to be selling. So this makes up for the basics of the stock MITT. I believe this stock is a great stock. I believe it's going to do really well. And with all the dividends that it's paying, I think they are going to pick up. From 21, it is more likely that in the next 2-3 years, they are going to be paying like 30, 35, or 40 cents in dividends. So I really like the prospect of this stock. Even though I don't hold any of them, I really believe it's a good stock. And if you don't have any REIT stock, this is a great place to go. The price is a little steep, but it's also a great stock to hold. The price is steep, but it's also a great stock to hold for millennials and Gen Zs. Okay, $11, $10.90. Let's say $11. Great stock. Start accumulating little by little. One stock here, one stock there. But the next thing you know, it's paying you dividends. You have a drip effect. you are reinvesting your dividend and your account is growing. Okay, this is good for growing your account. This is good for saving your money instead of keeping your money in the bank. So not to talk too much, like I always say, scared money don't make no money, and you always got to risk it to get the biscuit. Stay blessed, stay safe, and peace.